Te presentamos una nueva locura de Telepizza, porque hay que estar loco para ofrecerte una pizza mediana por solo 4,95. Aprovechate de los martes locos. Telepizza. El secreto está en la masa.
Yeah, I'm happy always to talk about objectives. My objective is to make the team better, to make progress. That's all a coach can ever do every year, is to try and make progress and make one step. Unless you have big money, you cannot make big steps. Football does now not allow it. You can only make small steps at a time. I'm enjoying working with the players. We're beginning to get a slightly younger team than we've had. Some younger players coming into the team. We still have some very experienced players who are going to be very important. But I also think that there's signs that there is a development of a younger team here at Real Sociedad as well. So I'm looking forward to working with the young players, working with the senior players, and trying to progress from the position we were last year. I said, I think 2 weeks ago, if the right midfield player becomes available, we would be interested. The right midfield player came available. I think to bring Aramendi back is great for the football club. I think it's also, it shows you the ambition the president has, that he wants to give the supporters here a good team, a strong team in the league. So we have to give the president a lot of credit for how much work he done to get Aramendi here. But now we also added the goalkeeper. I said to you 3 weeks ago, we need to bring a goalkeeper. We bring a goalkeeper. I don't know enough about the goalkeeper, but we needed a goalkeeper with more experience behind Rulli. If Rulli gets an injury or Rulli had an illness, we need a goalkeeper who has a greater level of experience at the moment. So I'm happy with the two players we brought this week. I hope that they both can make a big contribution to the team, and it makes our squad stronger. I think Aramendi's quality is why Real Madrid signed him, and is why numerous teams from all over Europe wanted to buy him, because his quality as a football player with the ball, maybe not so much without the ball, but the people here, the supporters, the president, you media will know Aramendi. We hope he comes back from Real Madrid a better player, a stronger player, with his experiences he's had, with the players he's played alongside, should help him. So we'll give him a lot of responsibility. He's a big signing for the club, but he's also one of the people from here who's well known. The players all know him. So I'm looking forward to working with Aramendi. They all tell me he's a very good boy, and he'll be good for the team. So I don't think it will change our style too much. We've tried to pass the ball. We're trying to make more goals. We've added forward players to try and see if we can score those goals. So we've tried to strengthen in all the areas where we think we needed fixed. And thankfully the president and Lauren have gone and tried to add additions to the squad. Yeah, I do think he's ready to play. I think he's ready to, whether he starts or whether he is on the bench, I will make that decision later. But he will be definitely in the 18 tomorrow. I think he's played 245 minutes and 30 minutes approximately. He's done the pre-season. He's had a little bit of an injury about a week or so ago, but he's got a good stamina base. Maybe he's a little bit short of minutes just now on the pitch, but overall he looks in good condition. But yeah, you're right, I've only had a couple of days to work with him, so we'll get to know him more. I'll get to know him personally more in the coming weeks. But as I said, there's many people here know Aramendi. Aramendi knows the players, they know him. So I hope it would make it much easier for him to settle back in quickly. Well, I think that good signings and big signings make a difference at any club. I can only speak from England. You know, the speculation in the newspapers every day about signings from clubs is every day. I, as a manager, don't think it's good, but for the people it's great because they want to hear about what players are joining. But I think Eramendi is an exciting signing because it shows the ambition, the intent of the football club, that we are trying to work to try and get back towards the top. You can't do that very quickly. And undoubtedly, Eramendi would add to any squad in any team in Europe. So we are very, very happy to have him. Yeah, not just to win the game, but to have a team which we think can win many games, not just this game. So we have to win many games. You can win the next game, but we have to win more throughout the season. So that's the objective. We want to try and do that. I think the addition of Jonatas and the addition of Eramendi are two very good signings. I think they're good signings for the club. We have some players on loan, which we'll all observe over the coming 12 months. We'll have a chance to see them. But I would say if I was a supporter of Real Sociedad, which I am, and we bring in Jonatas and we bring in Eramendi, I would be very happy. I would think it has been good business, and I would think the president should get a lot of credit for the way he's gone about his business in trying to make sure he improves the team. And what we want is, we want a squad with competition. We want it when you're in the team, you're going to have to play well to be in the team. If you're in that team, you have to keep the jersey, show that you can keep the jersey. Maybe we've not had enough competition at times last season. Maybe it was too easy to have a jersey. Yes, of course it's important. You always want to start well. So I think all clubs would, any manager, if you ask that question to any coach, any manager, they say, of course we want to win. Of course we want to have a good start. But I said last week, in the end, it's how many points you have at the end of the season. That's what really matters. But if we can get points now, I think it would be good. I think it would work well. But we're introducing 3 or 4 new players to the squad, to the team, and sometimes that can take a little bit of time. But we want to get the points on the board quickly if we can, and give ourselves a good early position. I hope there's nobody out there thought that it was going to be easy, because if anybody thought it was easy, then they're not watching football. Very difficult to win games, very difficult to beat newly promoted teams, because they come up from the lower divisions with great momentum, great enthusiasm to be joining a higher division. And what they may lack in a little bit of quality, they make up with their energy, their enthusiasm, their ambition to show how they can play. So nobody should be coming with any thoughts that it's an easy game. And if MD is in any doubt, they should have watched them against Real Madrid last weekend like I did, and they played very well. I hope so. Carlos done much better than I expected last week. He was important to the team. He'd formed some good combinations with Jonatas in the game. But I have a worry about his knee, that we manage his knee correctly to make sure that he's okay. But also, because Carlos has done very little training, I need to try and make sure that we bring him on and at the right times, and we think that his fitness levels are okay to play. But he's such an important player for the team and the club. We wanted him involved from day one. And if he's ready, he missed some days training this week also. He had another injection in his knee at the start of the week. So he missed training for 2 or 3 days. We have to hope that everything's okay, but if he's available and ready, I hope Carlos will be able to play. Yes, definitely. He'll be a Real Sociedad player. As I said, he's a very important player for us. I want to try and get him in good condition, physical good condition. He played for Mexico not too long ago, but we're trying to make sure we can get Carlos as good as we can, because he can make the difference. He can be someone who makes a difference in games. But as far as I'm concerned, Carlos Vela is staying at Real Sociedad. Well, Raul Navas was injured when he joined us. Raul Navas has not trained since the first day of pre-season, and Carlos Martinez has not trained since the first day of pre-season. They have been really the only injuries we've had, and they were injured before we even started. I wanted Raul Navas so that I could see. I wanted to work with him in pre-season. I wanted to have a chance to observe him, play some games in pre-season. Unfortunately, that's not been able to happen. I don't think Raul Navas will play much before, be ready maybe before November, December time. I'm not sure. So it's disappointing we're not being able to see him. We've got a good squad. It's got some young players in it. It's got some very senior players in it as well. So we hope that it helps us. But while the transfer window's still open, you never know what might happen. It can still change. Small money in comparison to the world of football. In the world of football just now, the money is so vast, and it is going to get bigger in Spain in the coming years also. There'll be more money to spend in the transfer market in Spain in the years to come. With the money getting more equally spread between the clubs, there will be more transfers in Spain. Maybe not as big as English Premier League, but Real Madrid spend 90 million on Gareth Bale. The clubs can spend vast amount of money. So if we have to have any chance of keeping up with Seville, Valencia, Villarreal, you have to spend. So I think in our spend comparison to those other clubs is quite mild, really. No, I like the question over here when we were asked the question about how many players we have in the squad. I said there's always possibilities that can change before the window closes. But it's the same at every club. Things could change before the window closes. There's no guarantee that it won't. We're aware of the contractual obligations with Elche. So there's a good chance things might change, but maybe not.